What are the biggest challenges financial advisors face when trying to achieve organic growth, and how Myriad assists in that is, blending of the role of being a financial advisor and running the day-to-day business. And how Myriad assists is really, leveraging groups like ours in not only launching, scaling, and then preparing for a succession plan. We can help with all aspects. We provide an end-to-end solution, really takes the heavy lifting off of them, so they're not getting drugged down in, IT or HR or marketing, and just allowing them to focus on being the actual advisor and, what their legacy and what the needs are of their clients. Yeah, what strategies advisors should implement to achieve sustainable organic growth is leveraging that technology always, making sure that what they're implementing is truly going to make them efficient. Where we see people have issues is they go out and buy a lot of technology and they get kind of bloated with technology, and they're not optimizing essentially what they're spending their money on. So being able to take, what their tech stack is, what their process is, and just ensuring that, we're leveraging every aspect of it. And a lot of times that takes, the initiative of looking at things from a holistic perspective, and really peeling that onion back as to, where are you wasting the dollars, so to speak. And that could just be time, but for sure, getting an understanding of their actual day-to-day operations and what can drive that force of building their growth. What advisors should be thinking about in regards to succession planning and how that plays into their growth strategy is looking at succession planning as a present day aspect. A lot of advisors make the mistake of doing the succession planning and try and figure out their valuation or how to, add to their multiple in the last year and be like, oh, I want to sell or I want to get out of this in the next year. And by that point, it's really too late to make meaningful impact on pulling those levers and increasing their multipliers. So we try to instill in the fact that succession planning is a now aspect, and making it so their day-to-day operations allow for the advisor to essentially not be important within the business. Because the less the advisor is crucial to the day-to-day operations, the more valuable they'll actually be, which is kind of backwards in how some people think about it. But that's a huge piece, is just figuring out, okay, I want to sell in 10, 15 years. What do I need to do today to make it more attractive for someone to come in and buy? And that could be an internal succession plan. That could be through a merger acquisition. That could be through an external transition. A lot of what we're seeing in the marketplace is within that internal transition. So getting that junior financial advisor and figuring out how to capitalize on that generational wealth. And so you're not only working with the parents in the family, but bringing in the kids and allowing the junior FA to grow with that family as well. Is another really key piece to that. We have a mid-size RIA that came to us. They'd been in business for about 5 years. They'd been using a lot of outdated technology. They're still doing a lot of things very manually, like paper and just not modernized processes. And so we came in to assess, what would be best for their tech stack. They initially had gone out and gotten quotes for the big names that are all here, but it's not what was needed for their firm. It didn't fit into their model from a price point or really for their size of operations. And so we were able to not only save them money, but then we were able to increase their valuation by about 40% within a 2-year period by inserting those technologies to drive that efficiency, as well as allow the advisor to do the things that they love and not get drugged down and doing the HR and all the people problems that, really aren't problems till they're problems. So that's where a firm like ours is great to leverage, because they can outsource all that stuff that honestly people don't find too fun in most circumstances. So, using us to not only help with the IT piece, but the benefits and payroll, being able to add those resources to their staff that allow for them to grow, and people wanting to come work for them too is a huge piece.